It is a beautiful day to be a fan of the Los Angeles Rams, much like most other days. There's a couple here and there that sometimes it's not so fun, but you know what? It doesn't matter right now because these are the good days right now, man. We got a big old football game going on this weekend as the Rams taking on the Philadelphia Eagles, the very team that ended our dreams last year on the same field that those dreams got ended. So we're talking about this matchup. Of course, I am Sheriff Joe Beggs, joined with Tuna. This is Tuna and the Sheriff. Tuna, what's up?
I don't like Philly.
Yeah, I don't like Philly either.
Good morning.
Morning.
We're
That's what I'm
starting. You know what?
I don't
You know
like.
what? You know what I realized? I spend my life trying to be a nice person, trying to be a good person, and then I see people like the Eagles have success and they have so much hate in their heart.
Yeah,
We got to reciprocate. I hate them. I don't like Philly.
yeah,
I don't like them.
yeah. You know what? What's the point of trying to share some love, you know, to a fan base and organization that does not want it and will not reciprocate? So who cares, man?
Hey, they don't like Santa. They're not gonna like me. So why try? It's you know what I'm saying.
Uh, Exactly. Peyo's
Yeah.
asking, did you guys enjoy Verse explaining how to trash talk to reporters? Yeah,
How did?
absolutely.
Oh, when he's talking about yeah, I don't take like personal shots,
Yeah.
but just I'm a MFU a few times, and
J- j-
that was interesting.
What's up?
It was interesting. I can't tell who asked the question, but having been in the media pool, there's definitely a few folks that have never played football, so
Yeah,
don't know how to how to trash talk or what that's about. It's
yeah,
yeah, it's either you know or you don't know type of thing. I would say.
that's fair. I will say also, and this is not directed at anybody individually or anything like that, but uh, I hate when it, and in fairness, we do ask for it, the reporters to be mic'd. I hate it because it just makes me realize how stupid most of those questions are. We're like, oh, that's the way you word that one. Like, oh, come on, my guy. Like, it's like, oh, he gave you a follow up opportunity there and you missed it, or like how it was like right before the season and they were asking Sean McVay a bunch of questions, and there was a bunch of stuff going on. We needed injury updates. We had all kinds of things, and somebody was like, "What do you think about Taylor and Travis?" And it was like, "Shut up!" Like I was so mad about it, man. I was like, "Whoever that is needs to get the hell out of here. They don't need to
I
be in.
think
They don't need to be asking
I
questions."
think some people if they're from a major outlet, typically they're gonna have their story. Like
Yeah,
anytime you hear Jordan, it's so funny because you'll hear Jordan ask a question. They'll be talking about the game script. They'll talk about the offense, and then all of a sudden you'll hear Jordan slice in, and she'd be like, "Hey, there was a play reminiscent of something about 2 years ago where you were talking about Byron and his the aspects of his game, like super in depth, kind of out of nowhere."
yeah,
And you're like, "Oh yeah, she's working on a story because she's really fucking good at her job."
yeah,
And then you have other people that are just like, "Are you gonna do the tush push too?" Like,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
Stafford sucks at sneaking. He's terrible at it.
Yeah, how about we don't put him in that situation? Also, speaking of the
Yeah.
tush push, we actually did get confirmation. I've been kind of hammering it all week long. That the best thing that could have happened for the Rams is that the refs absolutely blew it in week 2 and missed 3 separate false start calls and even some offsides calls, but I'm not sure if those are going to be started to be added in or not. But we did get confirmation in via kind of an article from Schefter that the NFL has told refs to call the tush push a little tighter. So this actually, I said it all week that them blowing it last week does help the Rams because those kind of things come up in the ref meetings, and that's exactly what happened. So we should at least get a situation unfolding where if they try the tush push, they're not able to just move early. It's like, yeah, no wonder you guys are good at it. It's what do you? Of course, like you're moving early.
I'm gonna get real close to you here. I don't know how to get
Okay.
close to you. There we go. I don't really care about the tush push. I'm not gonna lie.
What do you mean?
I it I mean it's not unstoppable. What is going on with my camera? It's not unstoppable. Was it like 92% or something? They're called themselves the 92 percenters. The teams that have stopped it have had a very large, stout defensive nose tackle. Vita Vea comes to mind,
Mhm.
who now has a very stout, strong, run stopping nose tackle.
The Rams do, but also this play is the way that it's designed and the way that it's set up. I mean, we had Aaron Donald, they were still pushing us back with Bobby Brown and Aaron Donald in the middle. So, I mean, it's certainly something to talk about, especially if they do get to 4th and 1. I don't think that it's something that it's like, I know you say you don't care about it and stuff like that, but like, it's very realistic that it can burn us this week. Even though we've been improved on the ground game, I think I'm more concerned personally with explosives from Saquon, because we even had a few plays from Pollard just even last week where it's like, oh, if that's a better running back, he maybe gets out. So as far as ground attack goes, I will say that I am more concerned with the explosives from Saquon, and hopefully Nate Landman. This is where we kind of see that big improvement there. On the Rams defense. But yeah, tush push. I mean, the thing that I'm most excited for is that the fact that it did come up in those ref meetings and they're told to call it tighter. So if they try it on us and the false start, they're going to have, it's going to be, 4th and 6 or whatever. So, and that's huge because then you can't do it from there. So it changes everything.
It is fair. I'm being a little bit unkind and saying I don't care about it.
You just hate Philly. I get it.
I'm hateful right now. No, it's I just don't care about it because there's more important things. Scoring more points on this defense. You can't just put up 20. I don't really care about what their offensive output has looked like. They just will do enough to win the game. After watching some of their film again, it's their passing offense that I think is actually struggling a little bit. And when I talk to MJ later today, we are going to talk about that. He's someone who watches obviously way more Philly than I do. So I'm kind of curious what the fans are thinking about Sirianni and the actual offense right now. That's what I'm more concerned about. Don't let that beast wake up in Jalen Hurts. As much as Saquon is a known entity of, he could rip off an 80-yarder at any point. For me, and I wrote about it in the matchups, it's Jalen Hurts' scrambling ability. Jared Verse, his weakest point is contain. As good as he is getting after a quarterback, if a quarterback is savvy and able to break contain, we saw it last week. Like he had Cam Ward running around him. Nate Landman had lost contain on Cam Ward one time that gave up a first down. That's what worries me. When on the chart of mobile quarterbacks for me, it's Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts. Those 3 guys give me nightmares thinking about how do you contain them.
What I like about this matchup, especially, is that there is some, even though it's a non-divisional opponent, there is a decent amount of familiarity. We didn't get super early in the season last year, so third time within a calendar year playing against this team. I mean, that's huge. We're starting to know each other a little bit, and maybe I'm alone, maybe I'm not, but I think that the Rams ultimately were the better football team last year. And I know Philly has kind of come back out. Philly fans have kind of reintroduced themselves by saying like, well, we did this, we messed this up, and this got messed up. And it's like, it's like you get the Kyron fumble. Like, it's like, and maybe we can just say that, okay, so both sides made a lot of mistakes and it came down to one possession, 22-28 at the very end. It was just, it was just a 6-point game. So I don't know if I necessarily buy into either side being like, well, if we didn't make this mistake, then we win kind of thing. Or like even Philly, it's like, well, if we don't make this mistake, it's not even close kind of thing. It's like, well, either way, those mistakes were made. The plays happened. You can't take them away. It's no, if this didn't, it did. So it was a 6-point game, and the Rams were very close to tying it up at the end and possibly taking the lead on a Cardi extra point. So I say whatever you need to about Philly and how good they've been. The Rams are absolutely capable of coming in and competing and winning this game. And I think that ultimately the biggest key to victory is going to be time of possession. If your defense is getting exhausted all day by being on the field for 8-9 minute drives and your offense is going 3 and out, then you're gonna have a bad time. So
it's gonna happen one time. You hit it right on the nail. Those long sustained drives. It's gonna happen once. Probably, I would assume early in the first half. If it happens in the first half, I'm not worried. There's going to come a point, I'm going to say late first quarter, early second quarter, they're going to have like a 10-play drive where it goes 80 yards and it's or 12 plays, and it's just annoying. It's like 3 yards, 5 yards, 4 yards, 4th down, 1st down. It's going to be long like that, and they score a touchdown simply because that's how they play right now. They're super comfortable. If you're taking away the pass, they 1000% are okay. Like, hey, we'll keep the ball the whole quarter and go score 3 points, and you never touch the ball. We don't care as long as they win the game. And if it happens in the first half, I'm more confident that Shula will adjust and they'll switch some things up. But I mean, just keep status quo. Just don't let the pass game get going. Sustain. Let them have that one drive where it's like a 12-play, annoying ass drive, and just trust the defense will adjust. That's just where I'm at. Yeah, their pass offense has been anemic.
Yeah, but it also hasn't been necessary. They're 2-0. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, we've got some numbers here to look at as far as their. We got Eagles defense there. Where's where we got the offense? Yeah, so that was week 2. So 101 yards, 2 sacks. That's what kind of bred that hilarious comment where Chris Jones was like, "You don't even have 100 yards." He's like, "We won the game." Like, and it's like, yeah, like they won the game. Who cares, dude? That's like, I feel that way in this fantasy football world that we live in. I don't care about stats and who's scoring. I just want the Rams to win. So Saquon went 22 for 88 yards. That's obviously not incredible either. So in fairness, I think that the Eagles offense is so far a little worse this year, but obviously it's only week 2. I think that that MJD was talking about it the best on Between the Horns this week of saying, like, don't be the team that they break tendencies on and absolutely burn you, you know? And so like we've seen them do it for 2 weeks of just like avoid the pass game. But what if this week they're, from under center, they're doing some play action deep shots? That's not something we've seen from them at all this year. So that could be, it could be a cause for concern, I guess, if they do want to try to break some tendencies here, and it's not going to be a weather game.
Not going to be a weather game. It's going to be hot again, I'm assuming. Is that why Philly's going with white jerseys, by the way?
Let me check some Philly weather. I usually do this on the show, and I haven't done it this year. I'm not sure why, but
just because that's weird to me to give up home field colors in September. I assume it's for a heat reason, because that's what happened in Tennessee.
70s, nothing crazy.
I don't know then. Could just be giving the Rams the extra blue jersey time based on how the schedule turned out.
Yeah.
I mean, Shula talked about it in Tennessee, like it was hot. And I think that answers some questions because there were some concerns on, okay, well, how come they didn't stop the run as well against, I almost said Bishop Sankey. I don't know why. Wow. I almost said Bishop Sankey.
Nice. A throwback.
Against Tony Pollard. I mean, they're still large offensive linemen, and it was hot as fuck. They really weren't able to stop the run as much as they could. The run game is going to succeed in situations like that. Yeah. Also, with these numbers, I'm back and forth on how much KC's defense, because it's still a Spagnuolo defense. There's a lot of familiarity. It's an amped up game. It's when there's games that there's like extra emotion tied into it, a lot of weird shit happens. And this could be one of those weird things because their offense looked better week 1 against Dallas. Like they were a little bit better, not 2024 better, but at least, okay, looks reminiscences of what they were last year. This was just, heard it was boring. I didn't watch it. It was a boring game though. Even just from the all 22.
I mean, really what it was Philly just not doing not doing too much, I guess. Like the way that game kind of unfolded, I got it. I started catching that once I got home from watching the Rams win, but it was one of those where it just seemed like Philly was, I mean, they're in the lead, so it's like, oh, let's just get out of here. You know, it's not like let's light it up and embarrass them again. It really is. It's just like like I've said that a lot with I said that just a few weeks ago with Sean McVay of fans getting mad that we don't blow anybody out, and it's like, well, it's because we're not trying to run it up. Like once we're up by 10, we're okay. We'll just run it, and if we need to punt, that's fine. You know, it's instead of pulling out a money play to push it all the way down and score. So I think that's kind of what Philly's been. That's where their mindset is, and it's so early in the season that it's like, hey, if you can get the win, just get the win. Let's move on, man. Like playoffs is where this really matters. You don't win Super Bowls in September. Let's just stack some dubs. You know,
you don't.
I mean, if you do, if you're Green Bay, listen to those fans right now. They're winning the Super Bowl right now. Holy crap, dude! They're not emotionally prepared for it in November, man. Holy moly!
I mean, they do look fucking good. Like,
yeah,
they look way better Them
No
both
one
teams.
no one goes back and talks about like it's like, oh, 2014 season. Yeah, do you remember who was so sick in September? Yeah, no one has that conversation. No one cares.
Not us. We didn't look great in September last year. I'll say that.
2014.
No, we'll say
What
that.
about that?
I want to. That's true. I want to bring up the defense in this regard. Still, like Eagles are still a good defense, even though they've had some turnover, they lost some guys. I know CJ DJ is not there anymore. Oh no, not CJ DJ. What am I talking about? Darius Slay is not over there anymore. But still, very good. Vic Fangio defense is going to be stout, going to be tough all the time.
Jackson
I
can
don't.
get got.
Huh?
Jackson can get got, especially with our wideouts.
Oh, absolutely. With our wideouts, but it's really the time. It's the time to throw for Stafford. And I have that graphic from JB or from Twitter that I saw. I could bring it up here in a minute. Stafford has had like the least time to throw amongst quarterbacks through 2 weeks. But he has of that, he's near the top in average depth of target, which means with less time, he's targeting guys deeper. He's taking more risks, which means he's leaving himself vulnerable and the offense is not blocking as well. How much of that is blocking scheme breakdowns? How much of it is protection, communication breakdowns, or how much of it is dependent on the talent that they're facing? Jeffrey Simmons, you're dealing with the Texans defensive line. The week before, easier. It gets harder. This is the defensive line that people talk about, the Super Bowl defending champions, Jalen Carter. So those are where my concerns are. Coleman Shelton, you were brought in because they clearly thought Bo Limmer can't do it. He's not ready yet. Here you go. You haven't done great through 2 weeks. You've not been stellar in pass protection. Run blocking, he's been good. Pass protection, that interior has not been solid. And honestly, the reason we're 2-0 is because Matthew Stafford has saved the O-line.
Yeah, offensive line definitely needs to start getting it together a little bit. It just doesn't seem like they're fully gelled right now. And it's also week 2. You don't need to be fully perfect operating machine in week 2, you know? So I think as time goes on, the addition of Coleman Shelton, I think will kind of settle in a little bit more. I'm kind of expecting too, like I was just talking about it yesterday to some friends that it's like, because they were talking about Kyron, and it's like, yeah, it's the offensive line though, really, man. They get the holes aren't there. And then even on your all 22, you can see that play with Blake where he breaks off, and if Tutu makes one block, then it's probably a touchdown. But it's like, yeah, but also the entire, like every assignment was hit on the blocks there, except for Tutu kind of just throwing a shoulder. But it's like on the Kyron runs, that just wasn't happening. So people are saying, you know, Blake needs to be the guy. And I'm not saying that Blake's a bad running back at all, but Blake had the holes, Kyron didn't. So, I mean, when you really break down the film and actually look at what those situations and how everything unfolded, Kyron, I think it was the defense just kind of knowing like, hey, if Kyron's there and you see this, go for it, blow him up. But if Blake's in there, maybe they thought it was going to be a pass or something like that. So things developed a little easier. I'm not sure exactly what the situation was, but offensive line will certainly gel. And I think that as soon as we hit the bye week, you come back in week 9 against the Saints. I think that's where we really start rolling on the offensive side.
Yeah, what is this will be the last I hopefully have to talk about it. Like I'm mad that I had to make an all 22 defending our almost all pro running back who has done nothing but be consistent. And I'm not even his biggest fan, but I'm like having to defend him like he's in court, like he murdered a Rams fan's family or something.
Yeah.
That's not how football works. There's not like, oh, because Corum's in there. All right, the O-line's like, let's go. Now we're really going to block. McVay's not calling better plays because Corum's in there.
Yeah.
I was serious last week when I said, shut up. Like, it's not a real thing. That's not how it works. It's the middle of the third quarter. It's hot as fuck. You've been beating the hell out of him on the run game. They're almost down by 2 scores now. Yeah, they're going to give up some more juice, and they started blocking better. It's not that hard to fathom. For what, like, Rams fans, you're very spoiled sometimes. Relax. Relax on Kyron. Watch him go off for like $150 this game, and then now everyone's going to be like, oh, my God, he's so amazing.
Well, it's interesting to look at, too, because, I mean, all the way up into the bye, we're playing against solid teams, at least at the very minimum teams that know us well. And you've got, obviously Philly, good team. We've played them, it feels like, quite a bit lately. After this, Indy, who is coming in much stronger than we anticipated. San Fran on Thursday Night Football. We obviously know them real well. Then we're in Baltimore. Those seem to be such crazy games, or they just absolutely destroy us. One of the
So
two.
brutal first 5 games.
And then we're out in Jacksonville, in London against Jacksonville with Liam Cohen. So they know us, and Gladstone is their GM. So it's like they know us. There's some familiarity there as well. And then after that, I think is really when the Rams hit their stride. And you also don't need to be the best football team in the NFL within the first 7 weeks of the season. Just get as many dubs as you can and just, keep on working and keep on settling in a little bit. Oh, was that the best tight end the Rams have?
You want to talk about that?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
I'm proud. This is my most viral tweet to date. 21,000 views. I'm very happy. Thank you. And all I did was just piggyback off a Rams post. So there it is. But the general. Touchdown in the first 2 games. It is not crazy to say he's been the best looking tight end over the first 2 weeks. I know Tyler Higbee woke up a little bit more last week, but even in the run blocking field, there was a play specifically that I found that Davis Allen had one of the best combo blocks I've seen from a tight end on this team in some time. Him and Rob Evans. Yeah, where they worked the edge, and then just seamlessly you watch them both just boom and work to the linebacker. It's teach tape what they did right there. And
straight up.
That was the play Corum could have scored on. So
yeah, specifically too, the way that the that lineman was set up in order to where that run was supposed to go, in order to get that opening in there, Allen needed to get some leverage there to allow Havenstein to get on that outside shoulder of that defender. So I think Allen did an incredible job there, kind of just forcing his guy inside so that Havenstein could get on that outside, turn his body, and then open up that hole for Corum. So yeah, I mean, Davis Allen, nothing negative to say about him this year, man. He's playing some really, really good football, and this is a guy that I was talking about as potential trade, and also I'm glad that didn't happen, man, because he's playing some good ball right now.
And I know a lot of people are clamoring, we need Terrence Ferguson. Parts of that may be true. Like, it will be nice if there was like a vertical threat at tight end in along with this offense, but at the same time, it's hard to put a guy on the field if he's not beating out tight ends 1 and 2 in, let's say there's 5 categories they got to be good in. If Ferguson's only better than them in 1, that's not good enough. Like, we're not here for stats. Like, we're here to win. And if he can't help win, all right, man. Like Davis Allen and Tyler Higbee, let's roll. But yeah, Davis Allen has just looked really good. I'm really happy to see him do well. It's always nice watching guys who, like, you're not expecting to rise and have some good tape out there.
Well, it seems like it happens every year for us, that there's at least 1 or 2 guys that kind of pop that we didn't necessarily expect. And I would say for the bulk of Rams fans, I would say Davis Allen. He's certainly in that conversation. And then I don't know if it's fair to put him in it this early in his Rams career, but I'd say somebody like Nate Landman, where everybody kind of just blew him off, especially when it's like Omar Spates coming in, and then you draft Pooh Paul, and it was one of those where I was on that train. I was like, oh, it's going to be Pooh Paul and Spates as our starters, and then the more I learned about Landman, it was like, oh no, Landman's going to be a starter for sure. So
it's crazy how I haven't heard that name in like a month. Pooh Paul. That's
weird.
Ancient history. History. I got a cool looking graphic, and then we can get into some predictions.
Hell yeah. Yeah, let's do it.
JB Long posted this sacks since 2023 by players drafted since 2023. For the Rams, per NFL research, Rams have 55 sacks from those players. The next closest is half of that. Tampa Bay with 27.5, Philly with 23. Rams just get production out of their guys. They've asked since 2023, they've been asking rookies to step up, play significant downs, play important downs. I think they said Byron Young had like 1,000 snaps his first rookie year, which is crazy. Like, guys are so good because they just had so much experience.
Growing together, man. You absolutely love to see it. So we got just second and third year guys is making up our entire front, and then you also throw in this year Josiah Stewart coming in, and like Puna's like the grizzled vet of the grouping, which is cool. Yeah, and then just obviously BY V8 on the outsides, man. Turner, Fisk. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. And then who knows what Stewart can develop into? Who knows what Hamilton will develop into? Like, I mean, the Rams' ability to whoever is scouting, rushers, keep them around, man. They need to start getting promotions or something like that, and work a little closer with less, because they're doing a really good job of finding not just people who are talented, but people who are just full-blown murderers, that if they weren't football players, they'd be, prisoners, because they're so chaotic. I don't know what that means really, but I like it. It's provocative.
So provocative. Speaking of psychos, dude, Sean McVay with his freaking got torn plantar fascia or whatever it is.
Yeah.
He's over here talking about, oh yeah, it's a great thing. It's actually better now. Like, you fucking psycho.
I loved that, where they were asking him about it, and he was like, you know what? I just had so much explosion, so much twitch off of that it just gave in. It just snapped.
He's an absolute psychopath. Yeah. It's a good thing I tore. It's like, you know what? I had too many ACLs. It's just, there's children somewhere who don't have an ACL. Who am I to be mad? Like, fucking crazy person.
Yeah. That's amazing, man. All right, so we got a couple minutes here. We'll give some predictions, but I first want to know your number one key to victory. What do the Rams absolutely have to do if they want to be on the positive side of the scoreboard, but when it hits zeros?
I had trouble coming down with this. My article, I did my first 3 points, the first 3 matches I had are kind of all in one. It pertains to the defense and how they manage Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley. The edges, I think Byron Young and Jared Verse have the hardest job. Obviously, you got to play contain to Saquon Barkley's, getting outside. But then you have to get after Jalen Hurts and be conscientious of not letting him outside the pocket. That in tandem with Kobe Turner has to have a big game. I think the key to really getting after Hurts is right up the middle. You got to beat Landon Dickerson off the line, get in his face. Those guys contain. He can't go anywhere. So they can do it. I think the plan is there. You just have to now be smart and not get too amped up on opportunities you think are too easy for sacks. So that's my key, how you manage Jalen Hurts in the pocket.
My number one key is going to be time of possession. I think that if you win time of possession, you have a very, very strong chance of winning this game as the Rams. If you're Philly and you win time of possession, I think that you can still lose this game. I think that the Rams can still pull it off. But if you look at time of possession and the Rams are in the lead, I think that is a very good thing for what that means, that how the game went and how the Rams performed. So I would say for the Rams side, it is time of possession. If you can win that, I think you win the game. And then just also we talked about it earlier, just not giving up explosive plays. It's going to be hard enough to get them off the field just when they're trying to get to 3rd and short and convert. So don't allow Saquon to pop off a 60-yarder on you or anything like that, because that's going to be not only a whole energy killer, it's going to be just a mood killer for the defense of just like crap, and then just got to show back up on that next play. But those are my biggest keys.
I think those are good keys. It sounds like ball.
I've met Ball before.
You're familiar? Are you familiar with Ball?
Yeah,
you know this man.
I sat next to Ball on a train once.
That's it. I have to cut this short and I have to go. I need to go meet with Mr. Miles Johnson of Real Talk with MJ. We're going to talk all things Rams versus Eagles, get a Philly perspective on some things.
All right.
Maybe we'll force each other to say a nice thing about each other's team. But
tough. I need a score prediction before you go.
Oh, score prediction. Give me. Ooh, you're not gonna like this. Give me 16-13 Rams.
Interesting. I'm gonna go 30-28 Rams.
Oof.
I think that we force them to need to move the ball a little quicker this week, so that's gonna be my guess.
I'm thinking defense. We'll see who's right. And for all of you, we will have that episode out later today to go with Real Talk with MJ. So,
yeah. And check out Ram Showcase game preview is out and available now. Check that out. And here, what we're just gonna say are our favorite players who have played for both the Rams and the Eagles.
Nick Foles.
Give me Roman Gabriel.
There you go. I like it. All right, I'm out of here.
Okay, Chris Long.